understanding the Filecoin FVM, right? And by the end of the, I think we have like 30 minutes, right? The goal is to essentially to highlight the cases of FVM and essentially open up the knowledge for you to contribute to the ecosystem of Filecoin. And like I think Filecoin actually right now has the hackathon with NO, and they have like a 6-figure grants. Yeah. So obviously, we have to know about this. So my name is Pavel Fedotov. I'm a full-stack blockchain engineer. I've just completed a developer DAO and postgraduate fellowship with Algorithm, which is like a sort of prediction market maker. With I'm actually like trying to build something with Swap, right? Something similar to Swap, and I was really excited to attend their workshop. And like it's very well to this. So and I've received the Filecoin grant for building a decentralized interest, which essentially uses CRC 725, and So what is actually FVM? FVM is a Filecoin virtual machine, which is a runtime environment for smart contracts, which are also called actors of the Filecoin network. FVM brings user programmability to Filecoin, unleashing enormous potential of an open data economy. On the technical front, the vision of FVM is a system that could host multiple runtimes and serve as a seamless connector between them. This is important because blockchain runtimes are developing very rapidly and harboring different developer communities, all of which need access to storage, which the Filecoin network can provide. This is inspired by hypervisors, the Actor model, and the Linux kernel. Okay. Hypervisors is the underlying substrate that allows hosting multiple runtimes on top of it, and that virtualizes the machine. Actor model is essentially like an interaction paradigm between runtimes, and the contracts or workloads. And there's like a Unix kernel, right? Which essentially provides isolation, memory, environment, storage abstraction, all of which that you can essentially access through the syscalls. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So this is what the Filecoin virtual machine actually looks like. It is a Wasm-based polyglot execution environment, and it uses Wasm time under the hood. It is designed to support native Filecoin actors written in languages that compile to Wasm, as well as smart contracts written for foreign runtimes, including the Ethereum virtual machine, secure ECMAScript, and others. The initial version of the FVM is relatively simple and deliberately conservative in features. This enables developers to onboard quickly and serves as a rock-solid foundation to many innovations to come. So the FVM itself, again, is inspired by Unix architecture and is built around the concept of syscalls. Anything that is running inside the FVM, whenever it needs an access to the environment or needs to escape the sandbox, it performs a syscall. FVM revolves around the concept of IPLD, which stands for Interplanetary Linked Data. That is the data model of Filecoin blockchain and also the data model of IPFS. All state reads and writes translate to IPLD reads and writes, again, by syscalls. The FVM has also foreign addressing support, which is the ability to assign addresses with respect to semantics of another chain. Yeah, I think I could add some details to it, but I'm pretty sure Filecoin doesn't want me to. So this is paving the way for abstract accounts. And it performs gas accounting and execution code by instrumenting the Wasm bytecode. So the examples of future ideas include async programming, the continuations futures, capability orientation, sandbox transitions, parallel execution, native primitives for cross-chain interoperability, computation correctness proofs, and more. So this is the diagram of the Filecoin Improvement Proposal 30, which actually introduces FVM. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about this? Probably not. So the FVM responsibilities. Okay. I'll try, guys. I'll try to actually make it digestible, but it's really, really complex. Okay. Yeah. So we have the key 4 responsibilities of FVM. The first of which is setting up invocation containers. So, yeah. So these are essentially the containers, like this. So yeah. So one of the responsibilities of FVM is setting up application containers, and which IC represents an isolated environment for executing distinct smart contracts. The FVM manages their lifetime and stacking. The FVM also sets up the Wasm runtime and manages memory for every IC so that the smart contract can execute commands. Every IC has system calls, again, syscalls, as host-provided functions. These syscalls enable the IC to talk to other ICs and essentially to the outer Filecoin network. It can potentially access dynamically linked libraries. This means that the code in the container can access and use the functionality provided by these libraries just as they work and file directly into the program, instead of being loaded at runtime. Okay, the second one. Serving as the orchestration layer. Okay, so the FVM acts as the orchestrator, effectively coordinating and managing interactions among different actors within the network. Yeah. So this is essentially I think the whole diagram. Yeah. And for instance, when an actor seeks to retrieve data from another actor, the FVM facilitates this interaction, ensuring proper communication between the actors and accurate data transfers. So next we have actually relaying syscalls. The FVM handles the resolution of syscalls between the FVM node boundary. So this is the yellow arrow in the diagram, or the container boundary, which is a blue arrow. This system calls syscalls are made by actors to access resources and services provided by the host environment, such as the Filecoin network. When a smart contract within an application container needs to read or write data to the Filecoin network to make native syscall to the FVM, which acts as an intermediary interacting with the network on behalf of the container. It is important to know that the gas source implemented for this code can use the word of the Wait, final fourth one. We manage high-fidelity state tree. The FVM effectively manages the interplanetary linked data state tree. The data for IPFS and Filecoin. FVM is responsible for buffering writes from actors running within ICs until successful execution occurs. Additionally, it maintains memory caches, optimizes access patterns, employing techniques such as optimistic fetches to enhance efficiency. Okay, so in summary, the Filecoin virtual machine operates as a software layer that runs on top of Filecoin nodes. Filecoin nodes, facilitating the execution of smart contracts within isolated application containers. Its responsibilities encompass setting up ICs, serving as an orchestration layer, relaying syscalls, and managing the IPLT station. Together, these functions enable the functionality of smart contracts, drive the growth of the Filecoin ecosystem, and foster innovation applications. So now we actually move to the interesting part, which is the use cases. So the FVM is a big deal because it enables developers to customize what the Filecoin network can do for its users, besides storage and retrieval. For the first time, developers get to build not with Filecoin, but rather on Filecoin as a platform. And these are just some of the use cases. Data DAOs, liquid staking, under-collateralized lending, decentralized compute, and a lot more is possible with FVM. I would say a small break by actually stepping back and reminding what's a Filecoin. So Filecoin is a blockchain protocol that facilitates marketplace operations of storing and receiving data. Storage deals are made when a user, the client, requests to store a piece of data and their proposal is accepted by a storage provider who stores the data. Filecoin is built on top of IPFS as the marketplace for storage providers and miners, where they compete for storage contracts. IPFS is the underlying protocol for sharing stored files, enabling Filecoin to operate decentralized storage marketplace. So we go to the details. Oh, yeah, and this is essentially the latest statistic from the Filecoin news, I think. Okay. These are some of the examples for why do we actually need a FVM? And one of it is staking in loans. So there is a future opportunity for Filecoin token holders with bigger resources to work within the Filecoin economy, helping Filecoin storage providers access field token for storage collateral and offer interest in exchange. These loans can even be under-collateralized thanks to the on-chain storage history of past storage provider performance, which can be used to generate reputation scores that identify good borrowers. And I think previously there were really harsh punishments for miners in Filecoin. And so the Filecoin, like the FVM definitely helps out with that. Loans can even be automatically repaid to investors by using multi-sig as a storage provider. Risks that include their lenders and the third party. These new smart contracts give every token holder access to yield opportunities on their token holding, while also benefiting the Filecoin.
We participate to an hackathon last month on the subject of Filecoin.
Because it's for the recording,
Okay.
otherwise you don't hear.
This hackathon we had to make an application or a usage of Filecoin. And our first problem was to retrieve data on the Filecoin. And we didn't manage to actually retrieve data on Filecoin because there are I think he could explain it better than me. But we had a lot of difficulty just to install the program to retrieve data on Filecoin. And it was just a messy process, and I would like to know if there is any way to make it easy, or is there any process that we didn't add the information about that are maybe easier to retrieve data on Filecoin?
I think essentially I've applied for a grant maybe like a year and a half ago, really long time ago. And I've tried to access the API, right? So that was just developed, right? But it wasn't actually sorted. It was just like
what?
a reference for Filecoin.
Yeah. The API of Filecoin?
Yeah, like right now I think
You can just use an API to retrieve data. What to?
The goal was to use all the data that are available on the data set of Filecoin, and to do that we need to use Lotus, something like that. And the process is very complicated, and we would like just know if there is any simple way, like to fetch big amounts of data, for example, try to work with the data set of X-ray to do some machine learning. There is also some data, the DNA, and a lot of things, but the process to get all of that are very, very complex.
Yeah, definitely. But like, from my perspective, you're probably like the data scientist, right? And you essentially use the data.
We're not data scientists, but we try to make a usage of it
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
in the data set.
Yeah, but like, what are you actually trying to access? Like the data, is like the files, or
Like we saw on the Filecoin dataset registry that there was like an X-ray database for pneumonia, and we tried to just fetch it to be able to use it on any usage where possible. But we actually didn't manage to do the first step, just fetch the data, and he used Lotus, and I tried with another way, but it didn't work either. And is there like a simple way to query data on Filecoin, or we forced to use like complicated tools and multiple installation process? And
yeah, to be honest, I keep forgetting that I'm actually. Yeah, okay. So I think like I've actually had just a group to essentially to be like, okay, like, I'm making the presentation, right? And I think from what I've researched from the further, Filecoin, I think you're actually on the right path, right? I think like Filecoin in the roadmap actually has the tools to enable a more developer-friendly experience. Like that would be like the 2024. Yeah.
but it's not yet implemented. Like maybe in the future, right?
I'm not the best person to ask this question, right?
Is there someone from Filecoin or
I'm probably like the only person that was like, okay, I'm making a presentation.
And do you have any information about the future of Filecoin, or?
Google the roadmap, right? They have
Yeah.
on FVM, Filecoin, something like that. They have the roadmap, and the roadmap is actually to implement essentially more virtual machines, other than just
Yeah.
developer tooling, and yeah. Yeah, and I think like this year, the main the key milestone is actually hybrid test network, right? And that's where probably the experiments should take place with the Filecoin smartphone.
So it's not already like really deployed or anything like that. So
They have like
it's still in test phase.
they have a mainnet. It's just like they have a stable test net for you to actually like some of the protocols they have the tested network that just resets, and you're like, oh my god, I've actually spent so much time on building things. Now I have to start from scratch, and this like hybrid test network actually gives you an opportunity to develop counter application test and experiments.
Yeah, okay. That's all for me.
Anyone else? Any questions?
I've got questions.
I can respond if you want.
Yeah, definitely. Like, what was the application you were actually doing?
We didn't do nothing. It's good. We thought about doing like wasn't really clear for us, but we saw the dataset of pneumonia on the Filecoin, and we just intended to do like you upload your pneumonia X-ray image on the Filecoin network, and you just get like AI analysis automatically, and you obviously you will always need to ask for a doctor for such things, but it was one of our ideas, but we had a lot of other ideas, but I didn't manage to fetch the data, so in any case, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, definitely. But like, you actually have research and explored it, you know.
Yeah, we explored it. Didn't conclude.
Yeah, but they have like the hackathons every month.
Yeah. Every month?
Maybe something like that, yeah.
We'll try next time.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and check out the Filecoin grants. They have open grant proposals. There you go. Just apply for it. Just go for it.
C'est pas un cadeau.
No? All right. That's it then. All right. Thanks a lot.